Okay, making a new anode for the nickel zinc sill. This is to get rid of the zinc plate. So what I use, I'm using that little piece of carbon briquette. Has 1.5 grams of zinc hexacyanoferrite. I don't know how well that's going to go. I just added that for the hell of it. So you can leave that out if you want. 3.5 grams of zinc powder, 2.55 grams of graphite, 5 grams of carbon, 4 grams of cement, just ordinary builder's cement. This one had to have 10 grams of water added. There was also an exothermic reaction because as soon as I put the water into this solution, it heated up. It was hot, not warm. Inside where these wires are coming out, I formed a lattice type thing with some nickel wire, pure nickel wire, or 99.9% nickel wire, so they say. So I start off with a long piece, which goes around there, and then I have some straight pieces down. I put about a 5mm gap in between there, so there's probably like about 4 rows or so. I twist the ends afterwards, if that focuses. So I make some cross pieces, I twist them around, twist these around, then twist them again, and twist them, and twist them. You just twist it and then shape it back. It's not so square, it's sort of a bit deformed, but it's in the majority of that surface area. Then at the end you just fold all these pieces which are coming out here into the center and twist them up. And then take it out on the cement outside and bang the wire flat, and that helps hold all the twists together a bit better. And then you mix up your slurry, put a layer in first, and then put your little mesh thing we just made, and stick the rest on, and it comes out like this. So for the ohms on this one, it's not too bad actually. We're on the 200 ohm range. We're at 16 ohms. I can press harder and get a better result, but I don't want to break the cookie. It's a bit delicate. It was the first one I made with zinc powder and everything in it, and that's where the wax paper sort of creases up. Wouldn't worry about it too much. So this might help us with the no copper pad needed on the graph foil and getting rid of the graph foil as the collectors. These are now active material and collector. I've made one for the cathode side as well, but I won't be testing that one yet. That's the same. This is identical to that one in the water with the cement content. But before I get to that one, I'm gonna still need to test the one with the higher cement content as well. Haven't got round to doing that yet. But I'm just adding the anode just to see what happens here. So I'll set all that up and then we'll give it a charge, and it may or may not work. So here we go. Maybe dissolving, it's bubbling. It could be just sucking in the liquid electrolyte. Interesting. Right, I'll connect it to the data logger and see what we got. Okay, I've got it connected to the data logger, but it's saying no voltage, so it must think it's a positive side plate. So we'll give it a charge just to counteract that. So I'll set up a charge. I think we'll go for an hour first up. Connecting the power supply. Okay, we're 1 amp, so that's interesting. With the same voltage as yesterday. So do we have more surface area going on now with that plate? Because we're only peaked at like 700 and then dropped down to 300 pretty quick on the having the zinc plate. Can't see it in there. I might just see if I move that back a bit, just in case it's flinging forward and touching. Okay, I didn't think I'd see a noticeable difference putting that in there, but it may not run because it might dissolve itself. I don't know what's going to go on. Alright, I'll get back in an hour. Okay, just over an hour's charge, so I'll disconnect the charge now. Swap leads over. Okay, connect it back up. We're at 2.1. That's about normal. Starting 20 milliamp load. Okay, so far holding up. It could probably definitely run for longer on a charge. Alright, we'll get back. First discharge. Okay, back with the zinc anode cement bonded cell test. For a 5 hour and 9 minute charge, only 1 hour and 8 minute run time, 23 milliamp hours and 25 milliwatt hours. I'm thinking this recipe needs to be adjusted because it was the first batch. That's what happened. It sort of dissolved away. And that's the remainder of the charge. I put another piece of zinc in there where I could solder on a piece of wire and put some glue around it. It's the same size as the other piece of that one, just this is all dirty to worry about. So it's not damaged, this is just a brand new piece. So do a couple of charges with that, and then I might set up the new cell with higher cement content and give that a run. I'll get back and see how long this actually runs for, about just after its hour. So it ran for an hour there, and this is the remainder with a zinc plate. Okay, that's the little lattice work I was talking about. I twist each little piece and form it. I think it was due to the cement not forming properly, because it's not very hard, it fractures. So I'll make another one today and adjust the amounts of material going in there. It was the first negative electrode, so I'll cut down on some of the materials. I won't put the zinc hexacyanoferrate in it yet because I'll be wasting material if it's not working. So I'll make one in a minute and take note of the recipe. Okay, I'm trying this batch today. 3.5 zinc powder, 2.5 grams of graphite, 4 grams of carbon, 6 cement, and 8 grams of water. And that's the one what failed. So slightly higher on the cement, less on the carbon by 1 gram, we use 5 there, same on the graphite and same on the zinc, and no zinc hex yet. And you have to still wrap it up in Glad wrap after you've formed it. So there's my mix. All I'll have to do is add water. I'll give that a bit more of a stir first so it's all blended properly. And there's 8 grams of water. So fingers crossed This one works right. I think the other one took me about 20 times to get a right solution out of the two. Okay, I added an extra 2 grams of zinc because 8 grams of water was a bit too wet for it. That's the remainder. And there it is, covered up in its Glad wrap. So I'll leave that for 3 days under there, maybe 4, and then I'll take it away. This one, left out in the open, I'll compare it when I get back. And it will be crumbly, I'd imagine. So 8 grams is a little bit too much water, but probably still okay. We'll find out. Okay, I'm going to stop the test there because that will delaminate the new zinc plate without having a charge where the zinc and electrolyte plate's on. So that could damage my plate, I was thinking. So I'm stopping this. And I'll post this video since that negative plate failed. Probably cement and water ratio, which where I added the 10 grams of water, is too much water for it. So I'll have to make a few of them and test them before I get a right amount of stuff working. That's right, to get to that first, oh, it's a bit dark. With these test samples, they took a few shots before I got a working cathode. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that one. It's a bit of a bad luck with that negative plate, but that's how it happens.